Welcome to Dr. Mary Travel Best's 5 Steps to Solo Travel Guide for women like you who need a little extra support traveling the world, one woman at a time. I've been traveling solo since 1972, and you can read the latest in the best-selling book series, 5 Steps to Solo Travel. I'm traveling around the world solo these days, so pick up on any tips you can while I'm gathering more for you later. Hit the share button and send this to a friend. In this episode, the FAQ is, should I use sunscreen and does it cause cancers? Today's destination is Knoxville, Tennessee. Today's mistake, booking the wrong date on the return trip. And travel advice, colorful luggage or distinctive touches. So the question is, should I use sunscreen and does it cause cancers? Well, the answer is yes, you should use it. And be aware that there are some connections with sunscreen and certain chemicals in the sunscreen may have side effects. So be aware of these. My doctor referred to a study that certain sunscreen chemicals are absorbed by the skin and processed through the bones, and weakening them in some cases. He said there is a connection between it and osteoporosis. If you, like me, have osteoporosis, be careful about how much sunscreen you use and any side effects. And now, the destination, Knoxville, Tennessee. You've heard a lot on these podcasts about Tennessee, with episodes on Memphis and Nashville, and now Knoxville. The University of Tennessee is located here, and everything is orange for college football on Saturdays in the fall. The trail, called Ghost House Loop, would be good for a Halloween spooky season. It's a 1.2-mile easy to moderate loop hike, which begins near the group campsite and takes you into the history of the area. What are some of the highlights of Knoxville? In springtime, it's blooming, and in fall, it's crisp and colorful. Every season has its freshness. I like the summers with late nights and full moons for camping and outdoor picnics. Bring the bug spray, citronella candles, wrist protection. You may also want to try spooky cemeteries. Life is easy in Knoxville, where the city offers the typical nightlife, shopping, and downtown areas. Once you get out of the city proper, you can explore the Tennessee hills and wonderful people who live here. Do you want to know more about the dead? The Norton Cemetery will be a visit to sunken graves. There's a big valley with haunted remnants of the famous ghost house. Want to try a quick, though steep, with great views loop hike? Knoxville has a hike called Tharp's Trace. At Mead's Quarry in South Knoxville, the 1.3-mile loop takes you around the quarry lake and up the ridge. It's short and it's steep. You will see a beautiful view of the quarry. You may love the urban wilderness. There's a cemetery with graves dating back to the 1880s. And now for today's mistake. A friend booked the wrong date on the return trip, and my airline changed the return flight. I talked to a friend about the lessons learned. She said she had the wrong date on her return trip. Be sure to check your return dates. And also, one time, the airline changed my final leg of my flight, which left me stranded in Toronto, Canada for 23 hours. I made the most of the trip. Always check your flight dates carefully. Stay on top of changes that airlines make. And yes, they can give you a 23-hour later flight. They can do that. So pay attention. And now for today's travel advice. Colorful luggage or distinctive touches. When you're checking your bag, put a colorful ribbon attached to the handle. You will be able to identify it when it comes off the carousel at the destination. Most bags are black, so having a colorful ribbon will show up for you and make your bag easy to find and recover. And I want to bring meaning to your travels, so send a question or a travel tip to any of my social media or website. Find 5 Steps to Solo Travel. It's a series on Amazon.
What's on your travel bucket list? Tell the doctor and her team of women who travel the world seeking the very best. Dr. Travel Best, that is.